back at Roy S. Anderson. Fourth quarter of action underway. Railers have the basketball, and we'll get started as Smith inbounds to Nelson. Nelson fires off a three from the corner. Oh, hit the side of the backboard, hit the rim, and then kind of cried itself in. Jordan Nelson with a three.
He banked a three in from the corner. It was odd because he cut and he was open, and they just kept going, and they found him in the corner instead of in the middle.
Railers up 9, 40-31. Almost told away. Thurston there underneath all by himself, laid up and in, and he's fouled by Coyne.
And the Railers kept, Brant's a senior. The guy's shooting a layup. You're not going to block it, Brant. You just got to stop.
You know, real quick, remember the held ball where Kirby and Nelson got there? Yeah. Olsen and Nelson got down there, and they got the held ball.
Yeah.
I think they missed the arrow because we got the ball coming out here in the fourth.
Yeah, I agree with you, Jeff. We shouldn't have got it. I don't think.
I'd like to thank our official spotter, Mitch, for pointing that out. Christian in the lane threw up an air ball as he was stymied by the Titans. It's a word you don't hear much anymore, stymied.
No, you don't.
Probably good reason.
Yeah.
40-33 in the corner. Gates, that's no good. Van Hook high for the board.
Man, it gets high.
Yep. Nelson, pull up, 16, off to the right side, no good. Coyne's there. Coyne goes up off the glass count.
Nice when you can have Brand and Van Hook at the back. So some good size. Both can leap a little bit, and the Railers do a lot better job of rebounding.
Well, Gates passes up a layup to toss it out to Thurston, who fires off a bad three. Nelson's going to come down, kick it over to Gesner. He fires a three and connects.
Yeah, Van Hook intimidated Gates away from that shot.
Timeout taken by Glenwood. 6:35 to go in the fourth quarter. Railers are up 45-33. We will keep it here. And, you know, it's nice to see points from Van Hook and Kirby and Gesner and Olsen and Coyne. We see it stretched out a little bit more, spread out a little bit more. And as the season goes on, that's going to help because you're going to need that. Because remember 4 years ago with Brandon Farmer and Matt Schick's senior year, what Marshall did that no team did to us the entire season.
Triangle 2.
Right.
And the Railers didn't, and that night they just didn't have anybody who could shoot. Kyle Young couldn't make anything that night, and it was a difference because that was a ball game the Railers had won, I thought. And that would have been a trophy. But, and we're going to see it. We're going to play some good teams. They're going to defend. Breeze is big. They're good. Of course, the schools from Peoria are excellent. So Washington's a good ball club. Somebody's going to take one of those two away from us, and we've got to have somebody else that can score. And not only can score, but if we've noted this year, Jeff, a lot of the role players won't take the shot. They don't even look for the shot. So it's very important that they feel confident and comfortable.
So a very critical part of the game here for Glenwood. 6.5 to go, now down 12. See if the Railers can stretch this out a little bit. They won by 16 down in Glenwood. Railers looking to duplicate that here or a little bit better tonight. Allen, Fuchs. Over to Gates, left side three, it's up and it's good again.
That Gates is a calculating player, isn't he, Jeff?
No.
People go right through him on defense, though.
6:06 to go, 45-36. Railers lead is 9.
But one would say he's a gatekeeper.
No. Smith in the corner looking for Jordan, posting Esprim, and a foul is going to be whistled. Nelson going to the line.
Well, the Railers are going to need to shoot some free throws here. Their next foul will be in the double bonus.
Esprim's picked up his fourth, so he will check out. McAdams back in.
Jordan Nelson back to the line of the Raiders. He'll have one and the bonus.
Nelson with 18 so far tonight. Free throw up, makes it 19.
And a little bit of a wrinkle on the offense, too, putting Jordan Nelson in the post. You know, he's got a little bit of a size advantage here and definitely an athletic advantage on Esprim. So you may see a little bit more because it's either going to be free throw or layups if Jordan can get it down that close.
Yeah, and it's just a nice wrinkle in the offense, Josh, going down the tournament road as well. We talk often about the Raiders not doing a good job with size mismatches.
Railers up 47-36. Ball's tipped around. Nathaniel almost had it. Thurston tracks it down for Glenwood. McAdams thought about Nelson, got right in front of it. Jordan's going to go in for the finger roll.
I think Jordan really wanted to jam that one, Jeff, but he also wanted to play the rest of the night, so.
49-36, Railers up 13. Allen with a nice spin move, and he lost it. Last touched by the Railers.
Van Hook barks at the ref, and he stops and stares.
Yeah, I'm not sure anybody hit that.
Wow, a technical on Blakeman. I wonder what he was mad about. He got the ball.
Yeah, and he got the foul. Or yeah, you're right. He got the ball back, but maybe it's something. If not now, let's get something to fire him up because he's got time. Why do one if you're mad? Do one when it's 2 minutes or a minute left in the game. Here, hey, I get mad. Maybe it's a little momentum for my team. We got 5:25 left in the game.
That could have been a coming too. But that maybe been coming for a while.
He didn't argue about it, so he knew it was coming.
Yeah, and it just happened to be now that
Nelson
got cashed in.
Step into the line for the free throws, gets the first one. Nelson.
Blakeman didn't say a word, so at least he was smart enough not to get taught. A lot of paperwork when you toss a high school coach. It's bad. You got hearings. It's just a mess.
Jordan hits the free throws, and then he will take a rest for a few moments. 51-36.
Wow, that's rare. I'd like to have that stat. How many times has he been pulled out of a game this year that he came back in? But I got Peyton Allen on Van Hook or on Coyne. He's looking at his bench like, why am I guarding this kid?
Well, I'm not sure why he hasn't been guarding Nathaniel Smith all night.
Yeah.
Smith over to Kirby. We see the trainer down there working on Jordan's right leg, so we don't know if maybe he just got a cramp.
Yep, looks like it. He's on the thigh, or the trainer's on Jordan's thigh.
Now the Railers up with less than 5 minutes to go. 51-36. Smith over to Gesner, also out there for the Railers. Coyne, Kirby, and Van Hook.
Pretty early to kill it, but
well, you got to make them come out and get you too.
Yeah.
I think we're setting up for any kind of backdoor or anything with this lineup.
Yeah, no question about that.
Over to Gesner, down to 4.5.
Glenwood just doesn't have the foot speed. It's hard for them to press us.
Kirby, cross court to Nathaniel. Nathaniel spins in the lane off the glass. That won't go down, but he's going to go to the line shooting two. 4:18 to go. Railers on top, 51-36. Nelson back at the scorer's table.
Remember the Titans, Jeff.
Nathaniel at the line shooting two. He's
Maybe
got the first
maybe
one.
my all-time favorite movie.
It's a great movie.
Oh,
It's a spectacular movie. I've watched it dozens of times.
yeah.
You know what's going to happen, and you watch it anyway.
I love it.
It's one of those classics for a sports fan, at least.
Nathaniel now with 7 as he gets both to go down.
Tells a great story, too.
Railers up 17, 53-36. They've stretched this one out here in the second half. Thurston back over to McAdams. Inside Fuchs from 15. Thought about making a move. Now he does. Jumper left it short. Van Hook the rebound.
Christian been really active, not only blocking shots, but on a lot of rebounds.
Nice look ahead from Nelson to Smith, who found himself wide open underneath. Nathaniel lays it up and in. He's got 9. Railers have run off 10 in a row, and they lose it out of bounds. It'll go back to the Railers.
Yeah, credit Nathaniel Smith. They're really riding him the whole time, playing good defense, and Thurston not a ball handler, kind of out of position, but a good job by the Railer defense. Been pretty active all night.
Well, they've done a nice job tonight, Josh, of getting the ball, forcing the ball to somebody that Chatham doesn't want to have it. And so they've had kids dribbling who normally don't, and that's a sign of a good defense. Thurston on the bad pass from Coyne. He'll take it in, lays it up for the easy 2. Thurston now with 13. Timeout taken by Glenwood. 3:20 to go. 55-38. They're taking time. We will as well. 3:20 to go in the contest. Railers up 17. Back in a moment with Lincoln Railer basketball. 3:20 to go in our contest here on a Friday night. Railers hoping to have a little more success on this Friday night than they've had recently, as the Railers up 17, 55-38. It could be a little warm in here tonight.
Yeah,
In fact, I thought I saw lightning.
I broke a sweat myself here.
There's, you know, if we just had a burst of cold air, we'd probably have a thunderstorm in here. On the other hand, it's nice to be whining about it being too hot in February.
Yeah, and I'm okay with it when we're winning.
Railers up 55-38 after the Glenwood timeout. On the floor for the Railers, Smith, Coyne, Nelson, Van Hook, and Kirby.
This may be a lineup we see a lot of in the tournament.
We need a play for a Van Hook dunk.
Yeah, just to get these guys, the crowd jacked back up.
Then a timeout is taken by the official. He's walking over to Coach Blakeman.
He needs to sit down.
Well, you know, there's no official's timeout. There's no such thing, and there's no warning on that. I don't want him to be a jerk about it, but there is no warning.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty good. You know, for me, that's a good move. I don't think he's yelling at an official.
Nope.
You know, it's a dumb rule, anyways. Why, if you get a technical, why do you have to stay playing it? If you're not arguing about a call and you want to give in your team some.
There's a dunk to Van Hook.
Lob play from Nelson out to from Smith to Van Hook, who lays it up and in, and he's going back to the line.
And basically the rule is, if people out there listening don't know, if you get a technical, you cannot leave
direct or indirect.
You cannot leave the bench.
Yep.
And he did.
The only thing I didn't like about it, Josh, was the Railers were passing the ball around.
Right.
He blows his whistle and kills it. What if we turn it over on the inbound?
At the stoppage of a timeout. At the stoppage of play, I understand.
Or walk halfway over there and scream at Blakeman, sit down.
But it's better than throwing him out.
Oh,
because
absolutely.
You did something to a stupid rule.
Too much paperwork in throwing a coach out.
That one, yeah.
Seriously, you got a hearing that week. You just got all kinds of stuff. You got to find a fax machine on Friday night. It's just a pain.
Van Hook with the steal.
Hi, Jeff. Josh and I
go ahead. I'm only here to keep stats. 2:18 to go. Van Hook to Coyne in the corner. Out to Austin. Railers up by 20 now, 58-38. Over to Kirby, back to Nelson.
Give Chatham some props, Jeff. They're not fouling. They're just playing hard defense. Didn't do it on purpose, at least.
So going back to the line for the Railers will be Van Hook. He's got 10 tonight.
Nothing like winning big and being done before 9.
Unless Christian goes in on an alley-oop and shatters the backboard.
That would be an issue.
Free throw, off no good.
I think Coach had promised to just dribble out the clock so that they could finish.
Olsen, and make that to Hayes, Cruz, Podbelsic, and Eimer in. Nelson, Kirby, Smith, and Gesner take a seat. 1:54 to go. Railers up by 20, make it 21.
Yeah.
Tommy Harris checks in.
Good night for Van Hook, too. Very active underneath.
Going to need her tomorrow night against 4A Moline.
Yeah.
(59-38). Glenwood with substitutions as well. Jordan Fields to Blakeman, double teamed by Cruz and Podbelsic. And a foul's going to be whistled. My guess it's on Andy.
What a surprise. Andy was just standing there.
But I mean, between Cruz and Podbelsic, who do you think the official is going to pick on?
Right. I can't see how the Chatham fans have much to complain about with the foul count. They're losing by 21.
Pass, they tried to get it into Hudson, but he ran into Dane Eimer. Harris with the move out to Cruz. Eimer over to Pods. Eimer. Cross court to Harris. Now to Hayes.
This is a regular team of next year, Jeff. And the year after. A lot of sophomores out there.
Hayes drives the baseline, pull-up jumper, hit the side of the backboard, Blakeman the rebound. Hudson 1 minute to go. Railers up 21, 59-38. Well, the final at Glenwood was 60-44, so
Close.
pretty close to what we saw down there.
Too bad Glenwood's not in our regional.
Foul whistled on the Railers.
Be nice to have Glenwood, Taylorville, Rochester, and Jacksonville.
Well, you know what's interesting is the regional that Glenwood's in, they're hosting, obviously. The number 1 seed there is Jacksonville.
Yeah. That's an odd one. But, you know, they set this stuff at the beginning of the year. It's hard to know who's going to be good.
Free throw by Fields is good.
Though there was a lot of controversy down Painaway with the girls because they ended up playing Teutopolis in the regional final, and both of them were highly ranked.
Now, similar situation to last night in Springfield, where number 2 Springfield took on number 3 Southeast.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. You almost think even though they decide this stuff early, they ought to take a look at it during their seeds and go, wait a minute, we need to change these. I don't think anybody'd object.
Podbelsik's 3 is no good. Eimer, the rebound, his putback rolls off. Down to 20 seconds, and a foul is going to be whistled on Podbelsik. So it'll send Glenwood back to the line. Who said, oh, we'll be out of here by 9? Oh, no sweat.
7 minutes, Jeff. We got 7 minutes. 4 minutes. They only got 20 seconds.
Hudson's free throw, back rim, top of the backboard, and in. Just the way he practiced. You never know.
You never know. That kid's got some pipes. He's a football player, isn't he?
If not, he should be.
Yeah. Second one, no good. Ball tipped around. Podbelsik out of there with it. And he'll be going to the line.
Stop.
I think they've got some sort of memo that we have to have the same score as earlier this year, because we're getting there.
We are getting there.
But I'm sure Podbelsik will ruin that by hitting both of these free throws.
What was it, 60-44?
60-44.
Yep, we make one free throw, they hit a 3. It's the same game.
Free throw up. Good.
Okay, now he needs to miss.
Well, it wasn't picture perfect, but it went in.
That's all that matters.
60-41, second one up. That one is good as well. 61-41. Hudson, as we're down to 10 seconds. Blakeman underneath, contact.
Almost had a three-point play. Kid missed a layup.
Fouls whistled on Cruz. Nicholson at the line shooting 2.
Is that Jack Nicholson?
No.
Dave Nicholson.
That one's good.
Ex-White Sox, Dave Nicholson.
61-42.
That kid's got some pipes on him too, Jeff.
That one no good. Podbelsik the rebound, and I think that one's going to do it as the final ticks go off the clock. 61-42. Railers with the victory. Railers win 61-42, improving to 23-5 on the season, 11-4 in Central State 8 play. Glenwood falls to 12-15, 4-11 in the conference. Again, the final score, Lincoln 61, Glenwood 42. We'll be back with our post game in a moment. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.